Welcome to an article by me, Sarah Jane. Trust yourself, your gut instinct, intuition, inspiration. Do you completely trust yourself? Or do you doubt your feelings, your knowings, as fanciful? It can be very easy to let the mind pooh-hoo what are actually your deepest connection with your heart, your soul, and the all that is. After all, it can seem too fantastical for words. Learn to trust this understanding of who you are on a deeper level. After all, we are all amazing beings of light. You may be aware that I have discovered I speak light language. It came as a bit of a surprise, and I don't understand what I'm saying, but it flows, and I believe it to be the language of our soul. People feel it, and that is what helps me to accept this gift I bring. I am going to share something here that I have experienced in the last few months. I had some quiet time, and I love to go flying in meditations. So I relaxed and thought about going for a fly. And I put my hand down to take the hand of my younger self as a small child, Jane. She happily took my hand and off we went, flying high. I became aware that my guardian dragon, Phoebe, came up under her, and she was happily sitting on her back, having a wonderful time. I also became aware of some of my guides and guardians, Mother Mary, Gillian, Kotien, and Grandfather Dragon. This was the part of me that had never really had a childhood due to the accident, trauma, and deep unhappiness they had caused her. I trust my guides and guardians, and I knew they were taking her to the Pleiades for some very deep healing work that very much began with play, fun, and laughter. In the intervening months, I felt her happiness, her joy, that she was totally safe and we would be back when she was ready. I was also introduced to Grandmother Anna, Mary's mother and Jesus' grandmother, and I instinctively knew that she was also with my little me. On the 8th of October, my sister Jackie and myself went up to Warrington, near Liverpool, to visit our sister Gillian's grave. She was 9 weeks old when she died in 1959. The day before, I was thinking about Jane and feeling she would be back, and suddenly I found myself putting my hand down by my side, and she took it. She was back. I had thought she would be back when we visited Gillian, but that day was about something else. Truthfully, I don't know what, but we cleared her grave as best we could, placed a cyclamen in each corner from Mum, and then it was time for some sound, some sung light language. I started over her grave and then felt very strongly that the energy was for the whole graveyard, and a robin joined in. It also happened to be the anniversary of Gillian's death, unplanned. It is a closed graveyard, which means that the only people now that can be buried there are those going into an existing grave. Why have I shared this? Because this all sounds just a bit unbelievable, but I trusted the whole process, and I accept that things our mind may have difficulty getting its head round are totally possible for our heart and soul. After all, we are a soul having this human experience, and our soul knows no limitations. Trust yourself and the gifts you bring. Don't be afraid to be open to the unusual and unexpected. Let yourself tap into your true self and the powerful being that you are. Namaste, sweet soul.